Well, hello there. I'm Julia, and this was supposed to be my November wrap up.
Hello, this time I'm filming with my vlog camera because I'm about to start my first weekly reading vlog, and I'm going to start reading The Seven Deaths of Evelyn Hardcastle, which I would love to read this weekend. It's kind of like a mysterious mystery crime book, and I think it will be perfect to read this weekend as today is Halloween. Tonight I might be going to a Halloween party. On the weekend I have to do a lot of things for uni, reading, finishing off some art projects. I'm actually having really high hopes that this will get me out of my reading slump because in October I didn't read a lot. Hi, I thought I'd just tune in to let you know that I started reading this last night. It just starts in the middle of action and I love it. But I just love books that take place in parties or hotels because you just have all of these different personalities in one space and one place. Hi, it's Tuesday today. I'm 100 pages in. Okay, wow, it's so different than what I expected. The whole atmosphere is a lot darker. It doesn't that very much have the Agatha Christie vibes. It's more like video game vibes in a way. So I don't think I've shown you this great poster on my wall yet. I got it from my friend Marlene for my birthday. It shows 100 books that you're supposed to read, and you can rub free the places of the books you've already read, and I only have 4. Well, it's gonna be more. I'm currently actually reading 4 books, but the other ones are non-fiction, so they're kind of slow reads, and this is my main read right now, and it is definitely a page turner, so I'm sure I will finish this pretty soon, even though I'm currently still kind of in a reading slump, but we'll get through this. I read a bit more of The Seven Deaths of Evelyn Hardcastle. At this point, I'm just I have no idea what's going on anymore. I don't know what's good, what's wrong, who is who. I'm just confused. But yesterday I read a quote on page 323, I believe, that I really liked, and it said something like, "We are never more ourselves than when we think people aren't watching." And that's true. Actually, it's a very interesting point, especially with this story, because the protagonist is in a situation that constantly repeats itself. So it's kind of an eternal situation. Nothing is ever really coming to an end. So the protagonist ends up doing things they maybe wouldn't do if they knew that it would have consequences. The only thing is that I've been reading this for quite a while now, and I still have 5 books on my TBR for November, and today is the 12th. And today I'm going to a cooking class because for my birthday my auntie signed me up for a cooking class because I don't know how to cook, and it's a cooking class for beginners. So other than that, this week I'm just working on my thesis and studying for exams. I'm excited for Friday. The Christmas markets are opening by the end of the week here in Vienna, and honestly, Christmas market season in Vienna is the best season ever in Vienna. The whole city is just so romantic and so beautiful and so cozy and so in the spirit, so I cannot wait for that. This is my study and work setup. Just gonna write a bit more and hope that I can stay focused for the rest of the day until I have to go to my cooking class. I'm still occupied with the Seven Deaths of Evelyn Hardcastle. I'm almost finished though, and wow, okay, plot twists are hitting me like... Also yesterday I tried to dye my hair. I'll update you once I'm done with Evelyn Hardcastle, but I have to say it's just so different from what I expected. I just got mail! Books are in here. Land of Stories, book 2. Some poetry. I'm excited. And the second Harry Potter book.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Los!
This was supposed to be my November wrap-up. If you remember, I posted this really great November TBR. I was so excited about all the books. And then November ended up being one of the most stressful months ever for me, and I didn't manage to read anything except for one book. And it is this one. So The Seven Deaths of Evelyn Hardcastle is a mystery thriller novel. It tells us the story of the murder of Evelyn Hardcastle. She is killed during a party, not only once, because the same day keeps repeating itself over and over again. So every night the same party happens and Evelyn Hardcastle gets killed. And there's this guy called Aidan, and he needs to find out who killed Evelyn Hardcastle. But that is quite tricky because he wakes up in a different body every day. Every day he's in the body and personality of one of the guests who attended the party. And that is quite a challenge because he has to deal with their personality traits, with their past, and at the same time he has to be very careful with his own actions in order to be able to find out who killed Evelyn Hardcastle. The author himself says that he was inspired by Agatha Christie, and you can tell for sure. Characters, they are kind of those stereotypical posh society characters that you can also find in Agatha Christie novels. Just that whole scenario of this party reminds one a lot of those stories. But the whole concept of this book is something entirely different. This time loop is something new, something I haven't seen in a novel like this before. I especially like the first part of the book because it was so mysterious. I just didn't know what was going on, but in the best possible way. Like I had this urge to keep reading to find out what is actually going on. So many things happened and I was like, and I'm very happy that at the beginning of the book there's a list of characters and also a map of the house, because at some point I was just so confused. Yeah, in the second half of the book that I felt a bit overwhelmed, but overall I did really enjoy this and I gave it 4 out of 5 stars. I think it is a very cleverly written mystery. It suggests a concept that I have never thought about before in this way. And what I also really like is that it makes you question things. It makes you question your own personality and also those kind of blurred lines between evil and good and justified, unjustified actions. It's a very, very interesting kind of play with those kind of thoughts. In case you're sensitive to specific topics, I'd suggest checking out the trigger warning. But other than that, I'd say that is definitely a mystery worth reading and something to, keep you on the edge of your seat. So, it is December now, and I'm already having a much better reading month than November, so in my December wrap up, I'll hopefully have more to talk about. And yeah, I hope you have a great reading month, and let me know if you've read this book and what you thought about it. Without spoilers though, because in case someone is reading the comments who hasn't read the book yet. So yeah, have a lovely day and thanks for watching. Bye!